Here is a single arm kettlebell swing. Keep in mind that any kettlebell swing is simply a more powerful or quick, explosive hinge pattern. So it resembles more of a deadlift than it does a squat. Let's first talk about the setup. We'll set up with two hands first. You're far enough away from the bell that you can pull the bell on an angle, pulling your shoulders back, and your upper body resembles a greater than symbol. Your shoulders are higher than your hips are higher than your knees, and you have a proud chest. Once you're in this position, you can take one hand off and create a fist with that unloaded hand. You're going to start by hiking the bell high and tight through your hips, and then generating power with your hips by getting your hips right underneath your rib cage, and you're allowing your unloaded arm to swing along for the ride. This helps keep some symmetry and some good momentum going. You're going to exhale at the top and inhale at the bottom of the hinge and keep a soft fixed bend in your loaded arm. So during the kettlebell swing, you can think about a triangle from the top of your pubic bone down to your knees, and you want to aim for the kettlebell to pass at the top part of the triangle, high and tight between your legs to maintain that proper hinge pattern. What you don't want to do is bend your knees too deeply that the bell is passing below knee level. So again, you want the bell to travel high and tight at the top of the triangle to maintain the hinge and keep the work in your hips and in your hamstrings. The other consideration is keeping rib cage on top of pelvis at the top of every swing so that your core is nice and engaged at the top. What you don't want to do is lean too far back and have your rib cage behind your hips. This will put strain on your low back. So again, rib cage right on top of pelvis, rib cage knitted together, and you're nice and strong in almost like a plank position at the top of every swing. Here is the kettlebell swing from the front. Pulling that bell on the angle, packing my shoulder, hiking that bell high and tight at the top of the triangle, and letting it pass at the top of the triangle, at the bottom of each hinge, snapping my hips with an exhale to stand nice and tall. And again, I'm swinging my unloaded arm along for the ride to create some nice symmetry, make sure my hips and shoulders stay square.